Alright, welcome to my video on complex numbers. I wanted to explain the real parts and the imaginary parts of complex numbers. So what you'll see here is that I've written the real part in red and I've written the imaginary part in blue. And if a number is connected to the I, then it is the imaginary part. If it is not connected to the I, then it is the real part. So let's try a couple examples and see how you do on these. The first one is going to be 3 plus 2i. So go ahead and see if you can figure out which one is the real part and which one is going to be the imaginary part. So the part that's attached to the I is going to be the imaginary part. So I'm going to write that the imaginary part of the complex number z is 2. What is the real part then? Well, it's whichever part is not connected to the I. That has to be the 3 over there. All right, let's try another one. How about this one? Can you find the real part of this complex number? Can you find the imaginary part? Go ahead and take a second to do so. All right, so the imaginary part is always connected to the I. And if you notice the subtraction part in front of the 4, that means that the imaginary part is -4. I always like to keep that minus in front of that part right there. And the real part is going to be, what do you think? Well, it's written in red, it's going to be the +1. All right, so are we doing good? Let's go ahead and try another one. All right, go ahead and try this one. So what is the imaginary part? Well, it's written in blue, it's connected to the I, so it's going to be the 9. How about the real part? Well, the real part is whichever number is not connected to the I, so it must be -5. Okay, let's try another one. 12i. Okay, so this complex number doesn't have a real part attached to it. Only the imaginary part is there. So I'm going to say the imaginary part of this complex number is the blue number, 12. And since the real part is not there, I'm going to say that the real part is equal to 0. Okay, let's go ahead and try one more. 7. Okay, so there is no I in this complex number. So what I'm going to say is that the imaginary part is, can you guess it? It's going to be 0. While the real part is, well, can you guess it? It's 7, right? Okay, so just keep in mind that the real part is always off by itself in a complex number, and the imaginary part is always connected to the I. Thank you for watching.